Administrative Planner. Next to Donna Shad Annis, our Associate Planner. To my left, Krista Hill, our Senior Planner. Derek Spear, our City Planner. In the front row, we have Ken Prince, our Executive Director. Next to Ken, we have David Bent, our Legal Counsel. Welcome all, and happy you're all here. We'll get this moving right along. Donna, would you please call the roll?
Here. Here.
Here. And the rules of procedure are up on the board and to my right and to my left. First of all, we'll do all of our speaking at the podium. When you come up, if you could leave your name and address very clearly so Donna can take that down into the record. For each presentation, we'll have a presentation by the appellate. For each item, we'll ask those participating in the room to speak first, followed by those participating online. Then we'll hear those who wish to speak in favor of the appeal, and then those who wish to speak against the appeal. If you're not sure whether you're speaking for or against and have general questions, I suggest coming up during the against the appeal, and we'll accumulate those questions. We'll have a right of rebuttal by the appellate. We'll close the public hearing, and then there'll be a board discussion and a board vote. The previous month's minutes, May, were distributed. Were there any corrections or additions to those? No. All those in favor of approving the minutes say aye.
Aye.
And the minutes are approved. Is there any conflict of interest on any of the board member agenda items for tonight?
No.
No. All right. Well, this brings us to the first item on the agenda. Moving right into it, we have appeal number 24-16. An appeal submitted by Jane E. Ezra requesting a developmental variance for 2606 Delaware Street, Mishawaka, Indiana, to allow a reduced exterior side yard setback. Hi, is there somebody here to present this appeal in the room? Yeah, come on up. Whoop, yeah, right there.
What do I say?
Name and address?
My name is Janie Ezra, and my address is 2606 Delaware Street.
Great. Well, tell us about the appeal. What are you trying to do here?
I have had a fence in my yard for over 20 years, and it's rotting out. So I want to replace it in the exact same location where it is right now. And it is by the sidewalk. It's like 3.5 panels on the sidewalk by it. And there's a part that goes up to the garage, which never bothered anybody. It's been there forever. And they wanted me to move it back 12.5 feet, which would cut my yard in less than half. And I have grandkids that have to have a fence because they're 1 and 3. I got teenagers too, but you know, they're older. But that would take away from our entertainment. And I don't have a backyard. It's only 3 feet.
Gotcha.
It runs into the house behind me. So all I have is that side yard that I use for a backyard toward the alley. Another thing is the alley's there, and at nighttime, you have to have a fence. It's not safe for me.
Yep, got it. A quick question. Sounds like you worked with the staff, but the staff recommends approval if you do that 10 by 10 cut there. Are you
Yeah,
good
but-
with that?
To cut it back 10 feet?
No. Just that corner cut.
How would that work, though? There's a tree sitting right there by the fence. One of those, like, it's real big now. If they would remove the fence and move it back, then I would have to completely redo my landscaping because the tree would fall over because it's like in one of those above ground. The way it's planted, the fence kind of helped block off that part so that the mulch and dirt wouldn't wash out in the rain. And the same by the garage over there. That part of the fence there that comes out lets me have a bigger yard, and there's concrete over there where I put my grill. Because I don't put my grill in grass. I don't want it too close to the fence or the house. So we got a patio out there for the grill. And that's where the kids eat on the other side.
Can you put the other picture up? Right there. So that's the current fence, right?
Yes,
And so what they're saying is it looks like, you know, that end, that's all the way to this side by that tree.
yes.
What they're saying is can you open that up a little bit on the new fence so you can see around that corner? So when you're coming out of that garage, you don't, you have a little more room to see people that are walking.
Okay, so it would cut off at an angle.
Yeah, just at an angle.
How
like-
about
like
the
that.
rest
You
of
see, you see how that looks?
Yeah. How about the rest of the fence? Could it
No, the
still-
rest of the fence, you can have it right where your other one is. The only thing they're recommending is just get a little more sight there.
By the garage,
By
so
the
that
garage.
instead of straight out, it would go at an angle.
Yeah, just a little bit at an angle like that. You see where that's cut?
Yeah. What about the tree that's over there?
Well, it looks like it would cut before the tree, right? And then it kind of
See, the
open
tree
that.
is on the outside of the fence.
Right, but,
There's a pocket there. And the fence, the way it's going down, it kind of blocks the dirt from falling out from the bed, the mulch, the bed that it's sitting in.
I got you. So I just can't visualize it. But do you think that there's a way you can open that corner up a bit? It's because they're worried about,
Could that-
you know, their worry is, you know, it's a
Are
privacy
people-
fence all the
yeah.
way up there. Yeah, we're going to let you do it, but it's a little dangerous because as you come out, you can't see.
I mean,
That-
pulling out from my garage.
Right.
See, in 20, I lived there, what, 26 years, nobody has ever gotten hurt. I mean,
I know,
You
but
know.
I guess their question is there a way that you, knowing the property, you can keep the fence, you know?
I could keep the outside by the sidewalk then. I
Yeah.
don't have to move that in.
No, not
It
at
could
all.
be against,
Not at all.
That's
Just,
fine.
all they're asking is just open that end up a little bit with an angle so you can see a little bit better around there.
I could do that. I could have them do that. Could they draw me a thing the way it could be done so I could give it to the guy? Because H&H Vinyl Fencing, they're the ones doing it?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Because I'm going to be at work tomorrow.
Yes, I
So
saw,
it's kind of hard for me.
smarter people than me shake their heads, say yes, so. Krista Hill said that, yeah, they can work with you and show
See,
you.
now the woman across the street from me has a 14 panel wooden fence, and it goes all the way down the alley like this. She's got the whole alley blocked off.
Yeah, when hers rots out, she'll be here too.
Yeah, see, well, now they have to pull out halfway into the street to make a left or right.
Right,
Because
so-
you really can't see.
Yep. And so that makes sense. And that's why they try to do these types of
So I
recommendations.
could keep everything basically the way it is, except for,
Except that little corner.
well,
we're
that
gonna-
little corner. If you could draw me a drawing that I
Okay.
could, I don't know, I could give to him?
Yep.
Or
we'll
leave
do
it in
that.
the
So
mailbox for him or something, because I won't be there.
Krista Hill said that she could do that easily. So I think that'll work out. So we'll just draw a little drawing of what we're trying to do. And if you could try to do that to open it up a little bit.
Yeah,
And
so
then we'll
they-
let you go ahead and we'll do this variance, you know, that would be along the street. So.
Yeah, I could do that, so
Okay.
it just, I think that would work.
Okay, good. Any other questions for Ms.
Well-
Ezra?
I think that about sums it up. I could keep everything else the way it is.
All right, questions from the, no? No other questions? All right. Hey, thank you for your presentation.
Uh-huh.
Is there anybody else in the room or online wishing to speak in favor of Appeal 24-16? Is there anybody in the room or online wishing to speak against Appeal 24-16? Is there any additional information?
None.
No additional information. Okay, then I'll close the public hearing, and I will ask for a motion on 24-16.
I make a motion that we approve 24-16 with the city proposed privacy fence city recommendations.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Donna, would you please call for the vote?
Yes.
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 Yes. And that passes. Thank you. And you'll get with, we'll go ahead and have you get with Krista, or get some additional information there. Okay, moving along, Appeal 24-17. An appeal submitted by Gary D. and Martina H. Roberson requesting a developmental variance for 1040 East 4th Street, Mishawaka, Indiana, to allow for a reduced exterior side yard setback. Hi, is there somebody? Hi, come on up.
Hi,
Hi. Name and address?
I'm Gary Roberson, 1040 East 4th.
All right. Tell us what you want to do here.
The existing fence is over 20 years old and it's no longer repairable, so we're replacing it, and we have done what we didn't need a variance for, which looks wonderful. And the other part, which is highlighted in yellow on your picture, for which we need the variance, from the garage, which is the detached single-car garage with the drive that goes onto the side street, back to the alley, the corners are 45'd for visibility, just like it was before. So we just want to put it right back where it was before. And then the other little section between the garage and the house is a 4-foot privacy fence. The rest is 6 foot. And it also is existing, but no longer repairable as boards fall off. I can't think of anything else to say.
All right. Any questions for Mr. Roberson? Nope. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Is there anybody in the room or online wishing to speak in favor of Appeal 24-17? Is there anybody in the room or online wishing to speak against Appeal 24-17? Assuming there's no additional information,
None.
then I will close the public hearing and I will ask for a motion.
I move that we approve Appeal 24-17.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Donna, would you please call for the vote?
Mike Compton,
Yes.
Adam Gersbauer,
Yes.
Joe Dindu,
Yes.
Chris Torty.
Yes. And Appeal 24-17 passes. Moving right along, Appeal 24-18, an appeal submitted by Louis Daudet requesting a developmental variance for 531 West Broadway Street, Mishawaka, Indiana, to allow for a reduced exterior side yard setback. Hi.
Hi there, I'm Louis Daudet. I live at 531 West Broadway Street. I'm here today because you can see in blue the existing fence, which include the to-be-removed section, which is currently there. We're trying, my wife and I, to close the entire yard so that our dogs could have more space to roam, and ourselves as well. And so the blue fence that's facing Forest Street is not aligned with the variance. The one towards the much more commonly used Broadway Street is way within the 12.5 feet, but the Forest Street isn't. And we're asking for a variance so that we can keep the blue fence on Forest Street, extend it with the yellow part on Forest Street, which include a 10 by 10 corner so that we don't block the view from the driveway there. That was actually a suggestion from your department. And yeah, that's I think about it in terms of the need there. And the blue barrier would then be replaced as soon as we complete the section yellow, because it's starting to also show his age.
So you're on record saying that you would be for the city's recommendations to amend this appeal with the 10 by 10 cut, and that's what you'll do?
No, the 10 by 10 cut is already in it.
It's
It's part of it. It's what I'm trying to do is the 10 by
Okay.
10 cut. It's
already in it?
Yeah.
Oh, is the fence up?
no.
Okay.
The blue part is, the
Right.
yellow part isn't.
Right, okay. So
The
the
blue
other
part.
part, when you do it, you're going to do the 10 by 10?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. All right, any other questions?
No.
No other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else in the room or online wishing to speak in favor of Appeal 24-18? Hearing none, is there anybody online wishing to speak in favor, or in favor of Appeal 24-18? Or did I do that wrong?
Who goes against?
Is anybody anywhere against Appeal 24-18? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing, and I'll take a motion on 24-18.
Make a motion that we approve 24-18.
Have a motion
Second.
and a second. Donna, would you please call for the vote?
Mike Compton,
Yes.
Adam Gersbauer,
Yes.
Joel Dindu,
Yes.
Chris Torty.
Yes, and Appeal 24-18 passes. Moving along, Appeal 24-19, an appeal submitted by P&B Properties requesting a developmental variance for 1502 Union Street, Mishawaka, Indiana, to allow a reduced front yard setback. That's a lot of fences.
Hello, my name is Brett Parks with P&B Properties. My home address is 55110 Bittersweet Road, Mishawaka, 46545. I'm requesting a developmental variance for the, 0-foot exterior side yard setback along 17th for a 4-foot high retaining wall along the property. I use the term retaining wall loosely because it's not really, it's more of a barrier than retaining dirt behind it, but it's basically just to separate our bulk mulch, topsoil, and rock piles.
Questions? Any questions? No? Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody in the room or online wishing to speak in favor of 24-19? Hearing none, is there anybody wishing to speak against Appeal 24-19 in the room or online? Mr. Spear, I think there's a letter.
We did receive a letter. This states, I am emailing in regards to development variance for 1502 Union Street, Mishawaka. My husband and I received the letter in the mail notifying us of the hearing, and we will not be able to attend, so this is why I am emailing. We live at 417 East 17th Street in Mishawaka and have lived there for over 20 years. I am emailing you to support the new structure and hope to have a voice in this petition. It is no way blocking your view on Union Street with oncoming traffic, therefore it is not a safety hazard. The structure is an improvement on the appearance of the property. It is cleaner looking, and it does help prevent the dirt from blowing around as much because it is more contained. The retaining wall is an upgrade and a constructive improvement to the property in so many ways. Thank you for your time, and hopefully this helps in a decision to keep Mishawaka looking great and keeping small businesses prosperous. Thank you, Lisa Dial, 417 East 17th Street.
Great, thank you. You owe Mrs. Dial a nice favor, because to have a citizen, a fellow citizen, come in and write a letter and it was a nice letter, so. Oh, no, I can't make it. No, that was a nice letter, and we always like to hear supportive things from citizens, so that was really good to hear. Well, with that, I'll close the public hearing, and if there's no discussion, I will ask for a motion on Appeal 24-19.
Make a motion we approve Appeal 24-19.
Have a motion for approval
Second.
and a second. Donna, would you please call for the vote?
Mike Compton,
Yes.
Adam Gersbauer,
Yes.
Joel Dindu,
Yes.
Chris Torty.
Yes, and Appeal 24-19 passes. Thank you. Moving along, Appeal 24-20, an appeal submitted by Brandon Wilton requesting a developmental variance for 824 Geyer Street, Mishawaka, Indiana, to allow for a reduced rear exterior side yard setback. Is there something?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Name and address.
Hi, my name is Brandon Wilton, 824 Geyer Avenue. I'm digital today, and my toddler is also in attendance with me, so I apologize
great.
if it's making noise. But I am asking for, I was asking for a 1.5 foot setback. It looked like in the recommendation, it was to allow for a 1 foot exterior side yard setback, which is perfect as well too. And the reason being is that there is a concrete wall where the other fence was sunk into, and on the inside of that, 2 very large trees. And if I had to continue moving it inside, I would lose quite a significant amount of square footage. And I'd like to get as much as possible for my 3 children to be able to play. So.
Yep, makes sense. And is this fence up already?
I had a metal fence up.
Okay.
And that has since been removed.
Got it, got it. And you're okay with the city's recommendation, the staff recommends amending this with that 10 by 10 cut on Delaware Street? Is that cool?
Yep.
Okay, so you have plans to have that in the mix here?
Yeah, I wrote that into the plans in the yellow right
Okay.
there. Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Any other questions?
No.
No. Hey, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Is there anybody in the room or online wishing to speak in favor of Appeal 24-20? Is there anybody in the room or online wishing to speak against Appeal 24-20? If there's no additional information, I'll close the public hearing and I'll ask for a motion on 24-20.
I motion to approve 24-20.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Donna, would you please call for the vote?
Mike Compton,
Yes.
Adam Gersbauer,
Yes.
Joel Dindu,
Yes.
Chris Doherty.
And, yes, and Appeal 24-20 passes. Thank you. Moving right along, Appeal 24-21, an appeal submitted by CMG Mishawaka LLC requesting a developmental variance for 4411 Lincoln Way East, Mishawaka, Indiana, to allow for a reduced lot frontage. Is there somebody online to present? In the room, 24-21? Going once?
It looks like Bill's working on his microphone right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sweet. You go between all these different teams and WebEx and everybody else, and you always got to change, and there's like 4 you got to pick from. So,
Yeah, it's never easy.
so Bill Terry, Y Engineers, 10505 North College Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46280, on behalf of Brian Chandler for CMG Mishawaka LLC. We did the we did the Chipotle last year, built that.
Yep.
He is going to sell that off, but he wants to keep the proposed 2B lot. And we got to get a frontage proposal variance for zero lot line. We do have an access easement between Chipotle and CVS back to the property, same way with the utilities. So everything is there.
Yep, I know it well. I live close. Is there any other questions for Mr. Terry on this presentation? No. Thank you for your presentation.
Yep. Thank you.
Is there anybody in the room or online wishing to speak in favor of Appeal 24-21? Is there anybody online or in the room wishing to speak against Appeal 24-21? If there's no additional information, I'll close the public hearing, and I will ask for a motion on 24-21.
I move that we approve Appeal 24-21.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Donna, would you please call for the vote?
Mike Compton,
Yes.
Adam Gersbauer,
Yes.
Joel Dindu,
Yes.
Chris Doherty.
Yes, and Appeal 24-21 passes. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, moving along, we have the last item, which is Appeal 24-22. An appeal submitted by Jeffrey Reynolds requesting a developmental variance for 2165 Willow Lake Drive, Mishawaka, Indiana, to allow for an oversized accessory building. Hi.
Hi.
Jeff Runnels, 2165 Willow Lake Drive. I believe we are asking for a variance for both physical square footage as well as height. We're looking to put a separate pool house. You can see there in the yellow. Most of what's in that square is bluestone. There is a pool house that is an open air porch, and then there's a, there you go, a half bath storage area on the right, utility storage, which will be for the pool equipment, and then a kitchenette to the left. The area with fan is all open air porch. So what we're exceeding in square footage is actually over half of the building is just open porch space. So there is also, you can't really see it in that drawing, but in the center, in the wall facing the porch in the utility, on the utility storage area wall, there will be a fireplace. The fireplace chimney is actually what exceeds the height, and we're looking for a variance on. The building itself, I believe, sits under height. So we need the chimney to extend up, which will exceed the height because we have to get it so many feet above the roof pitch. And we're actually pitching the angle of the roof to match the architecture on the house itself.
Very nice. Questions?
Looks lovely.
It's great. Can we all come over for a pool party?
Yes.
That's not a condition of
Hopefully,
this
hopefully
one.
it can get warm and get done before it snows.
Thank you for your presentation. Is there anybody else in the room or online wishing to speak in favor of Appeal 24-22? Hearing none, is there anybody online or in the room wishing to speak against 24-22? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing, and I'll ask for a motion on 24-22.
I move to approve 24-22.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Donna, would you please call for the vote?
Mike Compton,
Yes.
Adam Gersbauer,
Yes.
Joel Dindu,
Yes.
Chris Torty.
Yes, and Appeal 24-22 passes. Thank you. Mr. City Planner, is there any old business?
None,
New?
none.
Privilege of the floor. Does anybody want to speak on any items that are not on the agenda tonight? Nope. Then I will ask for a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
We're adjourned. Thank you.